Hello again, everybody. It is the coach. You're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be an interesting matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Kansas City Chiefs. With that, we're out to Arrowhead for the call from Kansas City. We'll hand it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. Brandon Godden alongside Charles Davis. And before kickoff, Charles, quickly your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I could give you the standard ones, turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gives their defense a break, and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Andrew Luck bringing out the Indianapolis Colts, and Andrew Luck can probably get his tux ready for the night before the Super Bowl. Of course, he hopes he's going to be playing in the Super Bowl, but I think he can work on his speech for Comeback Player of the Year.
He certainly can. Remember, he didn't play at all in 2017. He had shoulder troubles in 2016. There were whispers. In some cases, there were even shouts that he would never play football again. And he came back, had to work his way throwing, light objects and all of that, trying to get himself back to playing. I remember earlier this year they had to take him out of a game for a backup quarterback, Jacoby Brissett, to throw a Hail Mary because they were worried about his shoulder strength. Now, one of the better quarterbacks in the league yet again.
And on pace for a 4,000-yard campaign. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Off of play action, Luck, and he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Justin Houston in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. For the Kansas City Chiefs, as their offense takes the field again, the road to a first-round bye in the #1 overall seed, that hit a big speed bump week 15 with that 1-point loss to the Chargers, CD.
Yeah, it certainly did. It set the playoff picture on its ear, didn't it? I mean, when you think about it now, we kind of had Kansas City locked in as the #1 seed, but we'll have to see how it all plays. But here's the bottom line, though. It doesn't matter to me where Kansas City plays, whether at Arrowhead or they go on the road. That offense, it can travel with Patrick Mahomes at the controls.
Ware takes the give from Mahomes. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here we go now.
On the run, it's Ware. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And able to find Conley. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there of 20 yards. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
A first trip to the red zone for KC. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Spencer Ware, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it's finished off by a Spencer Ware touchdown run. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. Well, Charles, the Indianapolis Colts, you remember this year they started 1-5. That was back on October 14th. That was their record. And then you look up after Week 15, that 23-0 win over Dallas that you called, and they really have turned this season around. How have they done it?
What they've done is they've stayed the course. You know, from the general manager to the head coach, Frank Reich, they had a plan in place. They understood what they were trying to accomplish. They waited for some guys to get healthy. And Andrew Luck's right arm got healthier and healthier, and that team really came together. They've now won 7 out of their last 8 after Week 15, and if they get into the playoffs, they're the type of team that no one really wants to play.
And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense.
So pin that one on the rookie right tackle.
Remember those days when the right side was simply the run-blocking side? Now you're dealing with some of the better pass rushers in the league. It'll make you a little jittery.
A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down. Throwing is Luck. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Luck trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the ground, this is Ware. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Green, 39. Green.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Jabal Sheard. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Ready, blue 45.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a 1st down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. One of these quarterbacks going to learn, you don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Back deep, Chester Rogers. Andrew Luck and company heading back onto the field. He's completed 4 passes so far in this game. The issue is 2 of them have been to the guys in the wrong colored jersey.
So I'd say there's a little bit of clouded vision, right? Sometimes he sees clearly, sometimes he doesn't. I know on the sideline they'll be going over things and talk about what the coverages are and what they're seeing. So you used to look at the snapshots, now you look at the Microsoft Surface Pro. He's got to analyze what he's seeing and be more accurate with the ball.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 11. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a play fake, and it's locked. Over the middle, complete. It's Doyle. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And he's got his man, Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Hilton's first catch, good for a first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 more there and another first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So with 4th down coming up, here's Adam Vinatieri now for the Colts field goal. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Adam Vinatieri, he just keeps doing it. I mean, you look back to Week 8, past Morton Anderson becoming the NFL's all-time leading scorer. What a career it has been for him.
And not many kickers in the Hall of Fame, but Adam Vinatieri will join them in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. It's just a matter of when. And I'm wondering if he's accumulated enough to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. I would say so, because it's not just longevity that's gotten him this record. Think about the kicks that he's made. The kick against Oakland in the snow in the playoffs. How about the Super Bowl kick against the Rams when he's with the Patriots? How about with the Colts, getting it done there and winning another Super Bowl? He's made so many big kicks that we can remember. He's one of those guys that I believe we should talk about being a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 45.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Incomplete. Demetrius Harris, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That's taken on the 25. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. They'll start on the ground with Hines. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game.
They'll run to Mack. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped.
False start, offense.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we
Still
saw
3rd
it,
down.
you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. To throw is Lott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They do get 9 there on the dump off, but it's not enough. It's 4th down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
And out come the Chiefs now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Mahomes going to throw. Conley's got it over the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to float the, and this will be caught at the 30. They give him a gain of 37.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
They'll run now with Ware. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense. that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 42. After the interception, it's Love. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now we'll carry from Mack. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. Now Love. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
This is Wilkins. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 54 yards away. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Spencer Ware and the rest of his offense retaking the field. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Obviously, the Kansas City backfield very unsettled, but they might have something in Damian Williams.
I think that they do, and I thought he was a quality back when he was in Miami. And in his last game, 123 yards from scrimmage, 2 touchdowns in the loss to the Chargers in Week 15. But he definitely showed something in that game that keeps Kansas City feeling optimistic about their backfield, and they're still hoping to get Spencer Ware back from injury.
They run it here. Ware. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. On 2nd down, Williams. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
The Chiefs on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. That's caught by Ware. Oh, now he bowls him over. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack, because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Mahomes now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a 1st down.
Ready, blue 45, blue 45.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll run it now out of the gun and give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Now Mahomes giving to Ware on the draw. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting him off. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Spencer Ware with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Butker on for the PAT. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 8. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told, and it's finished off by a Spencer Ware touchdown run. Butker now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Mack. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Now it's Luck off the bootleg. And this is incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Luck. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 25-yard line. A shotgun snap for Luck. Ebron with it over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Luck throwing again. To the right side to Eric Ebron. Good for a Colt 1st down. The former Lion Ebron there bringing it in from Andrew Luck.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped.
False start, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still 1st down.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Again, Luck. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 6 there on first. Throwing again is Locke. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still 3rd down.
And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. To the air again. Locke. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Spencer Ware and the rest of his offense retaking the field. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the two.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Here we go. Green, 90.
Mahomes now on first down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sack back at about the 43-yard line. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Ready. Green, 90. Green, 90.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7.
Ready. Green, 90. Green,
Now they'll
90.
run on the draw. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 6-yard pickup. It's still a few chain links short, it appears, with 4th down coming up.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that'll push the lead up to 8. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive, going to the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And an alley to run. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he takes it the distance. No time remaining.
No cloth on the field.
Yeah, no flags, and it's a kickoff return to end the first half. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has the look of a game that could very well go down to the wire. Just 1 point separating these two clubs at the break. But they're ready for the second half, and we are too. As we'll kick it right back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
On first down, Mahomes looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, and it's second down. Well, partner, league-wide, I think we're set up for a wild month of January. It seems like this season, more than others, we've had a number of teams that you maybe say, hey, they're the Super Bowl favorites. Kind of the Rams early, then it was the Chiefs. Patriots kept winning, then the Saints, and now, heck, maybe even the Texans or the Bears could claim that moniker.
Yeah, it's going to make for a wild month of January. And you just wonder right now, are we missing a team or two that's just a little bit outside the playoff hunt? Could they get hot and be those teams you don't want to play and carry that momentum all the way to the Super Bowl? Yes, I'm looking at the Indianapolis Colts as one of those teams.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And that is incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, They'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Back to throw. Love. Brought in over the middle by Grant. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Now a toss play. This is Mack. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. The Colts on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Love. Throw left side is complete to Rodgers. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Mack. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here's Locke. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side, but how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
On the carry, it's Wilkins. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Grant. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you will too.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Luck. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Ryan Grant from 3 yards out. And the Colts are in for 6. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
So now Luck is going to bring the Colts up here to go for the 2-point try. Luck now to throw. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 2nd down.
Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7.
Ready, green, 90, green.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Vinatieri now for the point after. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah.
Ready, green, 39, green, 39.
They begin the drive with Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Ready, green, 39.
And they'll go on the ground. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Ready, green, 39.
They run again with Ware. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go now. Green.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
But it was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll run it here. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, he gets everything he could into this one. The trajectory's good. It's definitely on line. It just needs a little more oomph behind it, and it'll wind up falling just shy of the crossbar.
And the Colts getting ready to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Luck. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Spencer Ware and the rest of his offense retaking the field. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And now running right through it. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ready. Green 90. Green 90.
They go play action here on 1st down. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Ready. Green.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know they're securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go. Green 90.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is brought in at the 21. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's had a good 3rd quarter. He likes whatever adjustments were made at halftime, whether those were team adjustments or just him talking to himself.
And whatever that conversation was, it was pretty good because he is running really well here in the 3rd quarter. But I like to think it is a team adjustment. Offensive line, those big escorts of his, they figured out how to block a little bit better. He's found those holes to run through.
He has indeed. Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's long. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And on the ground they go with a running back. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Colts on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 15. Out of the gun, Luck. And an alley to run. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Mahomes now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
To throw, it's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 11. Now it's Mahomes again. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Green 90.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They run a draw here on 2nd down. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What do I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And Butker able to put this one through. And that will close the gap down to 14. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now a play fake, and it's locked. Going up top. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Second and 10, Luck again. Oh, some strong running. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. Luck able to find Hilton there for a Colt first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. Luck. Ebron with it over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll fake it. Now Luck. Now a hit, and Luck lost the football. It's out. But I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were, and so possession will remain with Indy.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. A shotgun snap for Luck. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both.
3rd and 17. From the gun, here's Luck. And that is incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And they'll go on the ground. Ware breaking the tackle. And they'll get him down up past the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
On 1st down, Mahomes. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelce. And they'll get him down here at the 23. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Here we go now. Green 90.
Now Mahomes. And he checks this one down to Williams. And down he'll go at the 25. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Taking it about the 16. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Luck, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. A run by Mack to start the drive. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bifema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Third and long, it's locked. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Luck on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Locke. It's complete to Graham. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Now Locke. The pass complete to Ryan Graham. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. From the red zone now, Locke. And his throw is incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They run with Wilkins. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Back to throw, Love. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll fake the handoff. Now Love. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Eric Ebron from 6 yards away. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Ready. Blue 45.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down, here's Mahomes. Dumps that off to Ware. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Caught here by Conley. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they're able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Well, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. But that was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on 3rd down.
Pass situation.
They'll run it here with Wilkins. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to EA.